Hi, I'm Rebecca, and welcome to my podcast, Smashing Through with Rebecca Adams. I am so excited you're here on this episode. Topics include life, business, mindset, full of kick-ass content and high energy. Enjoy the podcast, and remember, you too can smash through and keep going always. How to tell if you're coasting, pausing, or lacking motivation. Now, what I don't want you to do is bundle all those together, okay? Because they're individual things, feelings, and everything that you're going to be going through. So if you're coasting, it doesn't mean that you're lacking motivation. It could be a multitude of loads of other things, okay? But how to tell if you are you ready? It's all about your feelings and emotions. It's how you feel. When you wake up, are you motivated? Are you excited? Are you questioning yourself? Are you, feeling tired? Are you, not kind of feeling that project anymore or the job anymore or something like that? Do you know what I mean? So really what I want you to do is if you are feeling meh and you're feeling like you don't know what direction you're going in, you're at a crossroads, you love what you do but you don't want to do it anymore, or you love what you do and you want to change direction, know that you can do whatever you like. You can change direction. You can give yourself permission. But the one thing that I want you to honor, are you ready? Your mindset, your mental health, your feelings and emotions, and know that you can work through everything, okay? Give yourself the grace period to pause, to stop, to coast, to say no. Give yourself permission for all of that, all right? What I don't want you to do by listening to the podcast, and this is a disclaimer, I don't want you to kind of be feeling icky in your marriage and relationship and then file for divorce or dump the person, you know what I mean? Go to therapy, do whatever you need to do in order to, you can do stuff like that. Or I don't want you to kind of just quit your job and say, Rebecca said, you know what I mean? That isn't the intention of this podcast episode. This podcast episode is here to help you to know that it is okay not to be okay. It is okay to coast. It is okay to pause. You know, I don't know about you, but I've been working since I was a teenager. I am tired, you know? And this year, as I record this, as season 2, it's like, wow, wow. I'm still grieving from my mum passing away. I have submersed myself into healing this year. Yes, my lifetime mantra is keep going always, and I have been, okay? But I'm allowing myself the grace period to not be working 80-hour weeks, to not be working all this time, to actually keep saying yes to everything and everyone and kind of, running out of steam, shall we say. I've given myself to like, no, I'm having a day off. No, I am going to binge watch Grey's Anatomy today and have a coffee and not get dressed. And it's okay. It doesn't mean I'm failing. Doesn't mean I'm quitting. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with me. I'm just saying yes to me and just doing something that I want to do. You know what I mean? Like, so what I would love you to do is just identify your feelings and emotions. That is exactly what you need to do. Write it down if needs be. Chat to a friend. Seek therapy. Speak to your coach or mentor if it's someone like myself, okay? I have still, even though I'm going through and transition and transforming is what I call it for myself, transition and transforming this year, okay? But I still show up 100% for my clients. I still show up 100% for my friends. I still show up 100% for my family and my loved ones. And I still show up 100% for me. Okay? That doesn't mean that I am, shaving off some time here or cutting corners there or doing anything. I go into my feelings and emotions and my energy. Okay? So to coast is okay. To pause is okay. To change your mind on certain projects is okay. I don't do a lot of things that I used to in my business anymore because that used to work a couple of years ago. It doesn't work anymore. It's not in the future and the alignment of the direction of my business and where I'm going and what I want to do. Yeah, I don't want to work 80 hours a week. I only want to work 4 days. And I will be working 4 days and then I'll shimmy it down to 3. However, I work on Wi-Fi, so I can work wherever and whenever anyway. I have no commitment to an actual, actual place of where I need to be. I can work from anywhere, which is how I've designed my business around my special needs son. Okay, which is now really, really flexible, gives me the freedom that I want. I can travel here, there, and everywhere. I can go to the cinema during the day if I wish to, but I've given myself permission to do that. Now, if you're lacking motivation in your relationship, I'm not a relationship coach, okay? But what I would say from what I've observed, okay, and been experiencing in the past myself is if you've got a lack of motivation, you need to communicate. You need to be on the same page. You need to communicate with that person. You choose to do life with them. So you need to explain, how you're feeling, what's going on, see if they can come at some angle. And then actually, it might not be the relationship. It might be that you're not motivated at work and then it's channeling out in the relationship because you feel icky at work. So it's channeling out. Or you may not be confident at a certain thing like you've got a meeting with the school teacher or something about the kids or something else. So something else outside the relationship might be affecting the relationship, but it's not affecting the relationship. It's affecting you, and you are affecting the relationship, if that makes sense. So kind of what I want you to do in any scenario whatsoever, like for example, if you're not feeling motivated at work, why is that? I want you to question kind of everything. Okay, don't just coast through life and like not question anything. You need to question everything and anything, from politicians to banks to teachers to everything. Okay, now this has just popped in my head. I'm like, I do not want you to give your partner the third degree, sit them down and like start ranting and raving at them and everything. Some things you need to mind your own business about in regards to your parents, or certain things you don't need to know everything about everything, but you do need to question some stuff, meaning question your feelings and emotions about certain things, about why you're not motivated at work, or why you are coasting or pausing, or why you want to change direction. What is going on in your life? And sometimes it might be that you're like me, transitioning, transforming, and it's just like, yeah, been there, done that, got t-shirt, the mug and everything. Don't want to do that anymore. Feels icky, it is in alignment, and I've grown. I've expanded and grown, and I'm changing the stuff that I'm doing. And yeah, and give yourself permission to do that, okay? So with this podcast, the intention with this podcast is to tell you that how to tell if you're coasting, pausing, or lacking motivation is to go into the feelings and emotions of yourself, and then to question where they've come from. What's the source? What's the core? And then focus on how you want to feel. Okay, how you want to feel, what's the end game, what's beneficial for you, all of that stuff, okay? And then move forward from there. I have an amazing program that can help you with this called Expansion. I will put the link in the show notes. Go to Rebecca.x, click on programs and courses. Expansion is there. It is absolutely hands down transformational, incredible, and my clients inside the program, they're all getting definitive transformations and changes and everything. It really is empowering for all of them. They're all over the world. They're in different arenas. They're in different communities. It's absolutely fantastic. That can definitely help you. And if you want to, have more of a conversation about this, then you can message me. So have an amazing day.